Welcome to episode 21 of the Formidable Genealogist Studio. I am Jen, and you can find me on basically all of the social media platforms, typically in short form video. I do daily genealogy tips that are like 1 to 3 minutes, very brief. And then now I am doing some longer form stuff so I can show you how to use the websites that I talk about. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about Fold3. I have written a research guide on how to use Fold3, and it is on sale. Details in the description. And I'm going to show you a little bit about how you use it the best way. Because I've had a lot of people tell me that they struggle to use it, that they find it confusing, they do not get the results they're looking for, and we're going to try to mitigate some of those problems here. First off, on the main page, I want you to notice that this total records count goes up daily. So there might not be huge fanfare for when records are added here, but they are added daily. So keep checking back to see if new records exist for the place or people you are researching. There are a few ways that you can access Fold3. One of the main ways that is the best value is by accessing it through an Ancestry All Access subscription tier, because then it is giving you and 4 other people access to all domestic records, all international records, all of newspapers.com, and all of Fold3. And you each get to log in with your own individual logins. You do not have to share the same account or same tree or anything. So that's typically the best way to access it. You can also do a standalone account, which is a little bit less value, in my opinion. If you just subscribe to this, you would need to be only doing like military research, not just general family research. Or you can do a free basic account that is going to get you access to the free collections, which will be helpful for a lot of records that are always free, like War of 1812 pension packets, or the Social Security Death Index, or any of the free weekends that they have surrounding typically military holidays, where they will have, certain record sets available for free. So I want to talk a little bit about this main search bar. I recommend you skip it. Try to narrow things down first. I talk a lot about the Family Search catalog and how you need to go in and see what's available for what you're researching rather than just searching wide open on a person's name. So I treat this the same way, and I narrow things down first. So if I was looking for things from around the Civil War, I could click on there, or not just records that are related to the conflict itself, but it's from the time period. So you can look in those collections, non-military, Native American, Black history, more recent things like Vietnam, Korean War. I'm going to just click here on War of 1812 and see what comes up within that collection. So there are 82 million plus records that are designated as War of 1812 US side records. So you can come in here and you can put in the name of a person, and it will only search within the records called publications here that are designated as War of 1812. So that's giving you one area of filtering already rather than just searching wide open on everything. It's narrowing your focus a little bit. You can see the publications that are included in this. So you can search within just one collection. You can go down here, see all of these different records. You can also look at the description, which is going to give you more historical context about the War of 1812. And it'll show you more details that'll help you understand what you're really looking at here. So I am going to look just within a free collection. It's always free. And that is, let me find it, the pensions. Where are the pensions? I don't see them. So I'm going to go to the top here and I'm going to type in pension. You can't search a person's name in this field under publications. You can only search for collections, for publications, for the record sets. And I see down here The War of 1812 pension files, they've been updated. So that's always exciting. It's 95% complete. They've been at it for a long time. They're nearing the end of the alphabet through a partnership with the National Archives for digitizing all of these. You can also note that even though that's only 95% complete, directly above it is the pension application file index, and that is 100% complete. So if you're not finding your person here in the pension files, you can go to the pension file index and look in there. So I'm going to open this up here. And this is only the records of the pension files. You can browse them or you can search by a person only within this collection. Search by place, date, or service number. I'm going to try browse. I click on that, and that lets you go piece by piece down into the records you're looking for. I highly recommend you search intentionally like this on Fold3 and not just wide open on the main search bar. This will be a lot easier. We're just going to take an example here and we're going to go into, let's go into Michigan. And then it's going to show us soldiers by surname. Let's go into Delisle here. So I can look, and there's only one person in Michigan that had a War of 1812 pension file, and his name is Alexander Delisle. So I click on him, shows the full name. I click on that, and it's going to open up all of the records. So let's double click on the first one here. And I can page through here and go by the next alphabetical person. I could go to the left one to see Louis Patil de Gravia, but I've got the records here. And I can just use this bottom to page through them individually. So I'll hit the information pane and it'll pop out. So it'll show me more details about this record. And then if I want to download all of these images together, I can click on Actions, Download. This isn't working. Typically, it'll let you download the whole packet. And this specific one is not allowing for that. Perhaps it's because I'm not on the first page. Let's try that. If I go to the first page, hit download. Nope, it's still only letting me do one page. But some records will allow you to do the full packet. Yesterday, I was doing one of these War of 1812 records, and I hit download, and it let me download all 33 pages at once. So in this case, I would need to download each individual page one at a time. Unlike other websites that have a little copy area where you can copy the citation, like Family Search does and Ancestry does, they do not here. They just have publication info, and you would need to record your own source citation. I want to also show you another way to search that'll be a little bit easier as well. Again, skip that main search bar. Go to Search and Browse at the top, and then it's going to give you more options here. So I'm going to say I want US records, and I want to go to Korean War records. So then now it has those as filters. And I can search just within things designated as Korean War, United States of America. Just because it'll definitely pull somebody up, I'm going to type in John Smith. So it is now showing anybody named John Smith or has John Smith listed in a record that is related to the Korean War. I've got multi-image files that are going to have, obviously, multiple images. An index record, which is just going to be the indexed information from a record, not the original. And I can go through and pull up these records. I'm going to click on this one. Shows the information pane right here. It's got multiple images. right there. And I can download it if I want. One page or the whole page or just a portion of the page. And then you can choose either JPEG or PDF. The handy part about the PDF is it includes the source citation right on there, so you have the information. But play around with all of these filters. If you're just searching wide open without designating any direction for the searching, you're going to be frustrated and overwhelmed. Play with all of these different search parameters. Don't worry about breaking anything. Just try all of these different areas, including you can also browse records. So I'm going to clear this out. And instead of searching, you can browse. So there's 983 publications. You can put in here Vietnam and hit search. And then it's going to show photos of Marine Corps from the Vietnam War. It's going to show the Vietnam War Army, different photo collections, Pentagon papers, and then you can open things from there. Let's look at the photos here. Aviation photos, air crews. And this typically will not be indexed information. Like you can't search for these things by name. You're going to need to come into these individual records and look at these people. So there's a lot of browse only records, image only records that are non-searchable. And there is so much out here that is completely underutilized because people are getting frustrated with the search results or not understanding how to properly go collection by collection, publication by publication, instead of just searching like you do on Ancestry. We're typically used to just searching for a name and then you can narrow things down after. I recommend you narrow things down first and you will have far better luck on Fold3. Go out to the information in the description to get that special deal on my new Fold3 research guide that's all about how to use Fold3 in the most simple way possible.